you see the dent? Is that the dent there?
Where?
Just up here.
Nah, who knows? There's so many dents in this thing.
That was all you, Stu.
It might actually be that part where some mud is. It can't be. Is it that? There's mud and dirt up there.
Yeah.
In that hole.
We put a hole in the fence.
And a fresh fucking slash. Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, drone hole. That is, that's a good dent.
All right, let me have a look at the drone. G'day, Stu from UAVfutures here, and today, well, I hope you guys are in for a bit of madness because I'm out in the field with this bad boy. This is the Win 5 from HGLRC, and essentially we put this thing through its paces. That's why it looks absolutely filthy. It's covered in dirt, but we smashed this thing into a metal fence and I put a hole in it, in the fence, I should say. It was kind of crazy. We didn't expect it to keep working, and stay tuned because this thing can absolutely take a beating. Now, what this is the full review, the text and the specs, but very quickly going to go through what it's like on the bench and then the fun stuff out to the field, fly it around, show you some, I guess, DVR of it, and let me tell you, you have never seen an FPV feed that looks as gorgeous as this. So that's later in the video. It's just amazing. It's almost like watching a cartoon. It is so vivid and colorful and bright. And then, yeah, we really put this thing through its paces and smash it into stuff. And I pretty much can guarantee you guys are gonna be surprised. Now, let's get into it. As a bit of an overview, what this is, it's designed to be taken out of the box, rip it around. HGLRC, I went and visited them actually when I was in China like a couple of months ago. They're making some really cool stuff in there. They've got a pretty top-notch workshop. They've been making some, like they made that XJB a long time ago. XJB was pretty much their superstar one that's just been smashing it out of the park. They've made some really good Titan stacks. I used the Titan stack in my recent, I guess, 2019 race build. You can go watch that video up there if you want to find out how to build one from scratch. But this, for a bind and fly, you take it out of the box, it's just doing some really cool things, and it's building on the arrows design. And if you look at this in the frame, you can see, hopefully this is in shot in the roof cam, you can see these back arms are significantly longer than the front ones. So as an overview, it's a racer. You take it out of the box and you're meant to be able to go to the races, go ham, and hopefully bring home the medal. Now what we should do, let's stick it on the scales. I've had a bit of a tidy up, so I can't find anything. Bear with me. Well, you know what? I've actually got no idea where those went. So I'm going to put them on the screen, but when I was flying it around, I didn't notice that it felt heavy or whatsoever. It did feel like it was very grippy in the air. So that's it for the weight, I guess. Let's move on, talk about the components. We're going to start at the outside in, work our way towards the middle. I should say you do get a couple of extra sets of props, which is nice. So you get one extra reverse prop, one extra sort of standard prop. I don't know what one normal prop as well. So you get 6 props in total. And let's start at the outside in, and you do get something coming from Australia, some Red Roo props. So Red Roo, he's a really, really fast kid. I don't know what it is about these kids nowadays, but at the races, Red Roo seems to be smashing it. I know he's given BMS Thomas, him and Thomas always seem to have a good back and forth race. It's very exciting. He has his own props apparently, so that's what we've got on here, and I think they're 5149s. Yeah, 5149.9. So there you go, little tri-blade prop. Very, very grippy in the air. Really big, chunky, I guess, blades on them. But that didn't actually equate to top speed. So you're going to see that later in the review when we check that out. Because at the speed gun, well, yeah, you just got to stay. Cal's actually in this one too. Stay for the speed gun. Now, what we should do, as you can see, flipping it over, it's made up of 4 individual arms. I'm getting dirt all over the table. It's taken a beating. This one here, it's not started to delaminate, but it's definitely had some abuse to it, and it's held up very, very well. Yeah, and you'll notice the back ones, they're a lot longer than the front ones. You actually could run some 6-inch props on here, and that would be a pretty interesting experiment. Let me know, do you want to do that? But look, it's designed to run 5-inch anyway. It's kind of a reverse dead cut style, which means they are closer and narrower at the front and more spread out towards the back. Now, it's kind of, I don't know, a lot of new frames are trying some different things nowadays. It reminds me very much of the Raging Droner, had a very similar type of thing, so reverse dead cat. Then if we jump towards the middle, we've got some crazy parts in here. So get this, we have a 60 amp 6S ESC. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 60 amp 6S, and also an F7 board as well. So does it make it fly any better? Well, you guys are gonna have to stay tuned, and I'll let you be the judge in the flight footage. On the top, of course, we've got our OSD, all that sort of stuff, but an F7, that's pretty crazy, really getting up there. On the top, we've got our VTX, changeable channels, all that sort of stuff. Smart audio, but it runs through the tramp, yada yada. That's pretty normal standard stuff. On the back, we've got a fantastic little antenna solution right here. I really like this. And finally, this one's coming in at SMA, so we've got some nice little antennas that go on it. And of course, we have the Ratel at the front. And look, it's the same when I reviewed the Arrow. The FPV feed you get off this, it's just gorgeous to look at. I really, really like the FPV feed it sends back. And then also some other little extras, something to note. You get a couple of extra battery straps, all that stuff's pretty boring. But I do like the TPU mounts they're building in here. So they've got some really clever camera solutions at the front that's really, hopefully I can get this in shot. If not, I'll put a picture on the screen anyway. It is really protecting the camera, so you shouldn't be breaking anything anytime soon. And the same thing for holding your antennas towards the back. So you've got your FPV antenna and also your two little antennas for your receiver that you're going to put in there. This one comes with FreeSky. There's two versions. I think you can get a bind and fly, also a plug and play. It was super easy to get set up and get working. Oh, excuse me. You're going to have to forgive me, I do have a really bad cold. But also on the motors, that's the one part I did forget. We've got some 2306s and they're 2450 kV for the 4S version. And you've also got a 6S version as well. So I'll put the specs of the 6S version on the screen. Now, I don't know which one I would choose. Racing seems to be going towards 6S. If you're just getting into the hobby, I would say, yeah, go 6S for me. I'm going to be flying the 4S version today because I've got so many 4S batteries so I can really put it through its paces. And that's definitely what you're going to see. Moving on, talking about the design of the thing, it's fairly simple, it's fairly straightforward. It's a couple of arms between two flat-packed pieces of carbon. Nothing really innovative. The only difference is we've got some longer arms here towards the back, and I do think that makes it handle a little bit differently. So it's very exciting to see frame designers just trying to tweak it because this design is tried and tested. We've been making quads like this for the longest of time. So just have those two little extra arms, I guess some little, extra length of the arm, some little bonuses right there to give you a bit more grip in the air. And then other than that, I do like the design of the camera mount and sort of how it's really protecting the camera in there. Moving on, talking about the quality of the thing, HGLRC, they make a stack, I believe, called the Bulletproof stack or something, and the Titan and their stuff just seems to go and go and go and go. The XJB, it's Cal's all-time favorite quad. That was made by them. So look, the quality of the thing, and I've seen what they do in their workshop, I'm going to give it about an 8 out of 10. So it is not as nice as like some of those really boutique builders, so maybe Catalyst Machine Works, but it's definitely a lot higher quality than something like eSheen. So they're really pumping out some nice quality machines in there. And then let's talk about the pros and the cons. Well, I guess let's do the pros first. So the pros, it's well priced, it's got amazing components in there, it's rocking an F7, it has a ridiculously huge amp rating on the ESC. The camera is some of them it's just beautiful FPV feed. It makes you feel like, you know, sometimes when you fly around and your camera might look a bit dull and flat, this is the reverse. It's ridiculously good. Looking through the Ratel, excuse me, you get some bonus props, all that sort of stuff. Some of the negatives, well, the cons, I don't know how I really feel about these props. Like, they're very big and very heavy, so I don't know, that's probably it. I would say, you know, looking at these race frames, how durable can they be, and that might be a bit of a con, but I've seen just the amount of abuse that this thing can take, and I am absolutely astonished. So the carbon they're using here is very, very just high-grade stuff. So anyway, that's it on the bench. What we should do is go out, fly it around, have some fun. That's what you guys are here for. I'm excited. Let's do it. I also want to know too, what's the echo like now in the studio, and what do you think about just combining this all into one video? Because give me some feedback here. Do you want 2 videos? Are they too long when they're 20 minutes or more and all that sort of stuff? Do you prefer 10-minute videos? I just am kind of tossing back between the two. Anyway, let's do it. Let's jump out to the field and find out just how good the Wind 5 is and have some fun with the boys, get it on the speed gun, show you how fast it goes, and also some of the gnarly crashes it have, and the amazing FPV camera in 3, 2, 1, boop. Okie dokie, so yeah, sorry I sound like I'm talking underwater, stupid cold, but let's kick it off. And this is a really interesting flight actually, because it starts off a little bit slow, it does get progressively faster and faster, but I also want to talk about so much about the colors, about the camera, but also how much I crashed this thing. And this just seemed to be a bit of a thing for the whole day. Like, I'd start to get some really good laps in, but then I'd also have some really funny flights where I couldn't hit any lines, and you'll definitely see that coming up here. I have quite a few stacks, and then also I'll put one at the end where we pretty much punch it into a wall like you saw at the start. But Look at this camera. Off the bat, the Ratel in there. Have you ever seen colors that look so beautiful? I probably would prefer it. I'll almost pretty much just smash that gate as well. Have you ever seen colors that look so nice? It's just amazing. When the sun's out, the grass is green. It looks really bright. It looks really vibrant. The colors stand out too. There's another little clip of the trees. So when you're seeing reds and the colors on the gates, this camera makes it absolutely gorgeous to fly around. It's very easy to use, even when you're looking right into the sun. It does a fantastic job at handling everything. Now, getting on to the flight characteristics of this bad boy, I'm going to say, first and foremost, it feels like, look, I don't know what's going on there, and check this out, over the asphalt, clip some other things, getting very sketchy right there. But yeah, first and foremost, it feels like it's got really good power between the top 80%, from like 20 to 80% ratio. I didn't feel like it's got extremes in the very top of the throttle, and also I'm not sure how it felt when it was really down low as well. Now, I did have to boost my camera up a little bit. I wanted a little bit more up tilt, and I don't know if that's just the field of view on the Ratel, and but that's something that I had to do off the bat. A lot steeper than I normally run. I think it was like at 45 or 50 degrees by the time I was flying around here. There wasn't any oscillations, no prop wash or anything like that. Something I do have to say is in the corners, I did feel like it drifted out a little bit, but I don't know if that's just a representation of these props. When you do push the throttle down, it definitely does jump, but like I said, it doesn't have that insane speed right at the end of the throttle. Now, that could just be a low battery coming through and, you know, using some old batteries and all that sort of stuff, but I probably was expecting a little bit more than I had in those really fast straights, but 95% of the time you're probably not going to be using that anyway. Now, the VTX and the reception was all fine. I had no problems with the smart audio using the tramp protocol, all that sort of stuff. Everything else just sort of works. You take it out of the box. It's a very easy craft to fly. I'm going to say it's probably suited to your intermediate racer where they just want something they can take to the races, still be competitive. They don't want to absolutely break the bank because it is fairly cheap at like the $250 mark, and still have some awesome kit inside. And probably most of my favorite part is the beautiful feed that you're getting while you're also flying around. And then here's probably my favorite bit of DVR. Check this out. Before we hand it over to the other boys, clip this gate and then kaboom, straight into the fence. And never a good sign to see that static after a hard impact like that. You find the pack?
Did you see the dent?
Oh, here's the pack.
Is that the dent there?
Where?
Just up here?
Nah, who knows? There's so many dents in this thing.
That was all you, Stu.
It might actually be that part where some mud is. It can't be. Is it that? There's mud and dirt up there.
Yeah.
In that hole.
We put a hole in the fence.
And a fresh fucking slash. Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, drone hole. That is, that's a good dent.
All right, let me have a look at the drone.
I don't know.
Well, put a hole in a metal fence. All right, let's take it up a little bit. Let's go back over there and then we'll finish this review.
Just gonna stand back, Stu. It's not promising.
It didn't make any startup sound, did it?
No, try again.
Oh, did it make that sound last time?
No, there's no. There you go. Good. That's far more promising.
Oh, that's not.
No. Okay. So, what do you recommend viewers do next after they jam their new drone
into the
metal fence and punch a hole in it? What's the next course of action?
Well, we need to diagnose those problems. So,
Start up tones?
yeah, flat battery? No.
No. So try it. Maybe try again and keep it upright.
So I'm thinking the receiver. The receiver's, stand back.
Go on.
Yeah, I reckon the receiver's going to be where the problem is.
Because you hit on the top.
No, because
Where's the receiver?
just here.
Has it got a light on it?
Yep. Oh, look, here we go. There's a missing yellow cord.
You've severed a wire.
So I just need to solder that back on.
I've got a soldering on.
There we go. And a few field repairs. Do you need me to hold something?
Oh no, I haven't got a pair of...
I've got a pair of pliers.
You have?
Look at this. I'm actually prepped for once. What's going on?
That's incredible. Alrighty.
Now, here's an important tip. When someone's got something hot in their hand,
Stay away.
well, just don't bang!
Yes.
That's it. That's perfect. Flip it over, roll it over so you get the good end. There you go. Yep.
That's it. Oh,
Oh, that's the most British. Let me do it. You're British.
no, shut up.
That looks good.
Alright, done.
Well done. Let's go finish. That's good. That's good for the Windy 5.
Hang on, do you want to see if it works first?
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I got faith.
Was that the receiver wire?
Yep.
Was too.
All right.
You take that.
Radio.
Put those away. The radio.
There it is. I put it nice and safe. It's over here in the grass. You should get a TS100 because they're an awesome soldering iron. We're just about to take off with the Windy 5, the Wind 5 from HGLRC. So I don't know what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts so far when you've seen what it's done?
It's hardy, I'll give you that. You know, if it can punch a hole in a steel fence, I think it's my sort of drone, Stu. I like to have lots of close proximity. Sometimes some would argue too much proximity. We're giving it a go. HGLRC always make really good gear, I reckon. So let's give this a go, eh?
All right.
Alrighty. It's out the box. It's got a great camera, great picture.
Yeah, Rattel is nice.
Yeah, super. Really noisy props, but that's good. So, oh, lost video.
Oh.
No, it's coming back. Hang on. I'm losing video bad.
Okay, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to come and land. You can just use my goggles on my head.
All right.
That was a beautiful landing.
Oh,
There you go. They're beeping. They're going flat.
yeah, that's what it is then. All right.
Uh,
I'll grab those. You just keep it. You can keep it recording.
Yep.
Stick on your head. They're really
will.
bad. All right. Try again.
All right. We've swapped goggles. I can't see anymore. Is that better?
That's great.
Okay,
All right,
let's go.
I can see. Right. So here we go again. Take 2.
Yep.
Really clear picture. Noisy as anything.
We're a little bit bent. I did punch a hole in the fence.
Yeah, it's got nice tune going where I'm putting it, which is nice. Even with the bent props. Yeah, this is nice. This is the camera isn't quite as flared as some of the others, so it must have a slightly narrower field of view. Very, very good video system. You know, it's one of the things I think really makes or breaks a good quad is how clear the video is, and this is tremendous. But when I back off the throttle after a punch out, it does tend to dip a lot. So if I do a punch out and then back off, it kind of loses orientation. So if this is just a stock tune on this still.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so if you watch that again, if I punch up and then kill it, it flips inverted.
You weren't doing that yourself?
No, watch, you ready?
Yep.
I'll go again, right?
I'm watching your thumb.
And then it's upside down.
Okay.
All right, so whether that's the prop or the tune, it's like one of the motors is almost stopping and it's dropping the back left-hand corner. Really nice, very stable. If you're going to go and buy a ready-to-fly quad with good components in these days, that's around the price you're going to be paying, in that sort of $300 to $400 mark. And I think you kind of get what you pay for. I'm a great believer of you pay good money, get good components, and it will last you. And you know, I've been as Stuart knows, I've certainly gone out and bought some real crap in my time, and it's a false economy. It gets you going for a short period of time, but before you know it, you've got your hand in your pocket looking for something better.
We're talking to you, Walkera Runner 250.
Yeah, yeah. That was not my proudest moment. Oh, I'm not putting it in the fence, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Wild Kira was
anyway,
was
let's
bad.
get back on to this review.
No, this is...
All right,
this
sum
is,
it up. Tony, what do you think about this?
HGLRC,
Yep.
very, very good. I'm liking it. I love the picture, I love the camera. The tune might need a little bit of play still.
I think we will need to change those props,
yeah,
for sure.
But that just could be the props. Look, very good. $300. You know, why wouldn't you? It's good value.
All right, nice.
All right. Cheers,
Thanks,
mate.
CTC, so we're flying with some of your friends today from HGLRC because you do like the XJB, but right here we've got the Wind. You might want to unplug it. Actually, I shouldn't have given it to you plugged in, sorry. So the Wind 5. First impressions.
Wow, it looks like a very sturdy frame. Those arms are nice and thick. They look about 5 mil. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they look really nice and beefy. You know, it's a minimalist frame, which is what we all like these days. So look, it looks strong,
And
solid.
this is the one we crashed into a, you saw earlier today, we crashed into the metal fence.
No, it looks good. It looks simple, which is what you want, and it looks strong and sturdy and relatively light. So yeah, let's give it a go.
All right, let's do it.
It's performing well. It's seems to have a good tune. Does it have the new Betaflight? Do you know? Well, it's look, I dare say they've probably done a custom tune for it because it feels like that. It feels very locked in and precise. Yeah, there's not much prop watch at all. In a nice hard low turn, it's pretty damn good. I'd say the power is pretty decent. It's not mind-blowing, but it's very decent. It'd be good enough on the track for sure. One good thing about HGLRC are the components, the stacks they use, and the way they put these things together. They really do an excellent
Dog.
quality job. He's been eating rats, that dog.
Yeah, that dog. We found this random dog who's come with us from the beach and he ate a rat before, so he just licked Calvin's face.
Yeah, great. Thanks, dog. So, look, it's a good quality 5-inch racer. As you know, I've kind of moved away from 5-inch. I'm kind of solely concentrating on 3-inch these days. Look, this is good. It's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of speed. It's got a lot of precision, and you know, resolution as far as the way it handles. So there's no complaints there. It's a really solid 5-inch quad.
All right, and what do you think about for the money?
Yeah, look, for any decent quality 5-inch racer, you're going to be paying probably more than that. So I think it's a good price point for what it is. Yeah, for sure.
All right, thanks, Cal.
No worries.
Hey, what do you reckon? The Wind 5 miles per hour, how fast is it going to go? Red Roo props, 2450 kV.
I think this is going to go definitely over 100 mile an hour. I think we'll probably do about 110.
All right, I'm going to say 107.
Alrighty.
All right, let's do it. Suit up, have some fun with Speed Gun Sally.
Did you notice that?
What?
The back legs are longer?
Yeah.
Okay.
You only just noticed that?
What's that? What do you call that? A dead cat or?
Yeah. Reverse dead cat.
Reverse dead cat. Okay. Yeah, nice. It'll be interesting to see what that means. Right, guys, we're going to do a speed run of the Wind 5 from HGLRC. I'm really not sure how fast it's going to go. It's got some props I haven't seen before. It's got 2400 kV motors, so let's see what it does. Felt good when I took it for a test drive before, I got to say, but let's see what it really does. I've got some spectators over here. All right, let's see what it does. 92! All right, only 92 on that first little run. Let's just... Damn it, I didn't get it. 80 mile an hour. Wow, this is not quite the speeds I expected. 86. 82. Now what I think's going on here, guys, I think we've got some relatively low pitch props on this machine for, you know, giving you precise handling control for when racing. I think that's what's going on. I don't think they're big meaty props. 86. Alright. But I think that was a function primarily of the props. I
don't know, these are the ones that it comes with, but yeah, 5149.
I think
it's a brand new, like actually brand new pack on here, so I don't know.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got.
86 is what we got.
Alright, nice. That was a lot of control, but I thought it was going to be quicker. So,
I think they're more precision props, they're lower pitch, but you said what, 51?
49.
49.
So they're not lacking, they're getting up there.
True.
Alright, thanks, Cal.
No worries.
Yo, so there it is. There's my review of the HGLRC Wind 5, and overall it is an astounding quad. You've got a robust quad that can take it some absolute extreme punishment, beautiful FPV camera, really good ESC in here. Everything is well designed. It's holding up nicely, and I think if you want a quad you can take out of the box, fly around, it's just going to work, it's going to be robust and just give you an awesome time. You know, smart audio, all that sort of stuff, powerful motors, whether you want to go 6S, 4S. The boys liked it. It's just a well-tuned, beautiful craft. The only thing I would say is you're not really getting that insane top speed that I would expect in like a drag sort of quad. So maybe that's the prop thing that I might need to change up. thing I would say is you're not getting that insane speed, or at least we weren't on the speed gun anyway. So look, I don't know what was going on there. There were some new batteries, and they maybe I need to change and try the 6S version or something like that. But as far as insane speed goes, right at the top end of the throttle, it seemed to be a little bit lackluster. That could just be these props, but also most of the time you're not up there in that throttle range right at that extreme bit. On the actual racetrack, when I was trying to go as fast as I can, I was in like the 50 to 70% of the range most of the time. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Drop your comments down below. Share some love for Crash Test Cal. What do you think about him being back in the videos? Also, shout out to him because he did bring us lunch. Subscribe for more FPV related content. Love yous all, and as always, happy flying. I think this is the first video I've done in a while where my mum hasn't buzzed me halfway through. So there you go. Thanks, mum. Anyway, happy flying.